Good day, everybody, and welcome to episode 41 of my YouTube video series. And today we're going to talk about a Singapore project that you cannot ignore this year because it's one of the biggest projects launching this year, and it's part of the big three big three projects that are launching in the east in Singapore this year. So I mean, you cannot really ignore this. As I talked about the other two, which is Tembusu Grand and the Continuum in the earlier part of the year. So this is Grand Dunman, which is the latest project to launch, will be coming out on the 1st of July, open to public. So we'll cover this project today, and we have a lot of information. I think if you go and see other Grand Dunman reviews online, they will not be as detailed as this one, because we have just completed the architect briefing as well as the site briefing just a couple of days ago. So these are all quite fresh information that you should not find elsewhere. So as per usual, let's start with an introduction on myself.
Director of Alpha Marketing.
Speak in Scotland, Malaysia. So my name is Ryan. Was I Ryan?
6,000 incoming supply in Johor. This is
I'm writing. Thank you for attending today's presentation on Scotland, Malaysia.
So my name is Ryan Khoo. I am a Malaysian. I'm a Singapore PR. I've been in Singapore since 2009. I'm a property investor first. I own real estate in Singapore, Malaysia. I used to own in the US as well, but I sold those already. I always look at myself as a property investor first, right? I have made my pot of gold a couple of times in different countries, different types of properties. And today I'm also a real estate agent in Singapore and Malaysia as well. So we do sell Singapore property. We do transactions in Singapore as well as in Malaysia, specifically in Johor. So I have been quite around a bit. I mean, I've written articles for HProp. I've written articles for Property Guru, been there in their events as well. One recently earlier this year in March. ST Property, yeah. So I've been around the block. I'm sometimes referred to when it comes to talking about properties investment, right? Usually about Iskandar, Malaysia, Johor. That's my pet topic that most people tend to associate me with. Yeah, but yes, we do Singapore as well. And let's talk about today's topic, which is Grand Dunman. So a bit of disclaimer before we start. So all information here is provided by the developer as well as by ERA, project marketing, and third-party sources such as URA. Do take note that all this information are subject to change, and do make sure that you have proper financial advice before you make any decision based on information provided in today's video. Do come and find me after this if you have other questions which are not covered in today's video, so we can give you a detailed solution, because everybody is different. Okay, so today's video is going to be about Grand Dunman, right? Which is, as per the name, is at Dunman Road, right? And it's one of the mega projects this year because it's one of the few projects that will cross over 1,000 units in Singapore. So Singapore today, we're starting to see mega developments happen, where when we say mega development means over 1,000 units in one private project. So Grand Dunman is one of them, right? And it's happening soon, right? So where is Grand Dunman? As per the name implies, is along Dunman Road, right? Basically, if you guys know the old Airport Road food court, right? The food center, right? It's very near. The old Airport Road food center is like, I don't know, a couple 100 meters walk, 200, 300 meters walk to it. It's very near. So if you love this place, I'm sure you will know where the Grand Dunman site is, or you passed by before. This old Airport Road food center is one of my favorite places as well. Lots of choices and different options of food there, Western, Asian, right, Chinese, all sort of food also you can get there. Prawn noodles, right? It's a great place to go for food, right? And actually Grand Dunman is nearby. Now, as you can see from this screen, the other main selling point for Grand Dunman is actually the location to the MRT, because you do have Dakota MRT, right, which is barely 200 meters away. So effectively, you are next to an MRT station, although you have to cross this Geylang River a little bit, but it's a very short walk. I mean, we've done it. It's a very near to MRT. You're practically next to an MRT station. And the interesting thing about Dakota MRT, for those of you who are not familiar with Circle Line, you're only one stop away from Paya Lebar, which brings you to the east-west, the Green Line. And of course, at Paya Lebar, you have all the shopping malls of PLQ Mall, Paya Lebar Square, which is a very interesting shopping area if you need to do your, your malling stuff, right? And from Dakota, actually, you can take train all the way to town, right? You can go Stadium, Nicole Highway Promenade, which is basically Suntec area. You can even go to Marina Bay right, or to Dhoby Ghaut, right, through this Circle Line, and you're only I think 6-7 stops away to all these places. So it's very, very near. Yeah, I mean this area is city fringe and very convenient to in terms of getting around to city, right, in the east side, right. And of course, it's also very important thing to note is that this is a District 15 address, right. Although you're quite near Geylang, all that, but you are not D14, you are D15, right. D15 then puts you in the same category as Marine Parade and the rest of Mayor Road and all this side, Katong, all these high-end areas that where prices are definitely higher and a more atas area, right, so to speak. So that's the number one plus point, right, where the proximity to Dakota MRT, right, and Old Airport Road Food Center, these are the two key landmarks, right, if you want to find where the Grand Dunman location is. Okay, so yeah, so this photo you can see quite clearly, right, the Grand Dunman site, right, it's quite big, yeah, because it's a 1,000-unit project, and you can see the Dakota MRT just very near only, right? There's an exit on the other side also, so very near to Dakota MRT. And we'll come to the next point, which is actually with connectivity, right? So if I espouse on that earlier, right? Take note, Dakota, one stop to Paya Lebar, and you can get to Marina Bay in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stops, right? And in the future, when they do complete the Circle Line, which this section is currently under construction, you can even go to Harbourfront, right? I think that looks about 8 to 10 stops, right? And you can even go to Chinatown via Cantonment, right? Which is all very convenient. See, Dakota MRT Circle Line is surprisingly very convenient, especially if you are on the fringe like Dakota Station. You can even go to Bras Basah, Esplanade, Dhoby Ghaut, right? Through the other route as well. So I think this MRT, Dakota MRT, is definitely one of the more better MRTs to be on if you're on the Circle Line. I think very interesting connectivity here from this MRT station. The other great part about Grand Dunman is, of course, the views, right? If you notice the site here, which is bounded in red, right, you can notice that you have actually quite a lot of unblocked view, because to the south, there is a lot of landed property. So landed property only 2-story, right? And to the north, actually, you will notice that there's a lot of shop house, landed property as well. There's an ex-army camp, right? So actually to the north also, the views are fairly okay, right? Only a bit to the west, there's some blockage from the HDB here, but I mean it's not much. Again, a lot of units, the way they've aligned the developer, you will get a lot of unblocked view over here. In fact, if you look to the south, right, basically a number of blocks will all have some form of sea view, right, to the south of Singapore, right? And you can see, yeah, so the south facing definitely to me are the best facing units, right? Clearly from Grand Dunman, because you have unblocked view of the south. Okay, so if we come again to location, right, some of the things that I want to highlight again, 8 stops. There's a bus, right? The direct bus that goes to Raffles Place, only 8 bus stops, right? Of course, if you want to drive to city, it's very near. MRT is also very near. Go East Coast also very near. The other direction, Kallang Wave is also at the stadium. It's very nearby. Paya Lebar Central, 1 MRT station away, 7 minutes drive. And actually, if you want to walk to Old Airport, this under 10 minutes definitely doable. Old Airport Road is food court is very, very near only, right? Talking about schools, right? Within 1 kilometer, we have Kong Hwa. Kong Hwa is quite reputable, one of the top schools in Singapore. But within a close distance, you have actually quite a large number of choices in terms of other schools as well. But all these are beyond 1 km. But I mean, the big names here, of course, are Tanjung Katong, CHIJ, Tao Nan, Head Girls School, Dunman High, right? All these are the Zhongzheng High School. These are all the more prestigious schools within the area. I think if you're in the east, right, this part of Katong, Dunman area, I think there's a lot of school choices. They're not very far, right, for families who have kids going to school here, right? So now we talk about supply. Now, if you look traditionally prior to this year, 2023, anything in the east basically got no stock. Okay, so if you look at all these projects like Amber Park, Live at MB, right, they are very, very highly sold, right? Amber Park is practically fully sold. Live at MB is almost fully sold, right? These are some of the bigger projects, right? The line also almost fully sold. So actually, there's not much supply available prior to this year, 2023. Then, of course, this year we have the big 3 projects launching in the east, all nearby, right? So and I've talked about this in my earlier videos: Tembusu Grand and the Continuum, plus Grand Dunman. These are the 3 projects that are fighting it out, right, in this East Coast Dunman Katong area. They're all quite near to each other, right, and they all share fairly similar locational attributes, right? But Tembusu Grand launched first, right, and they have sold about more than half, right, and slowly inching away. People are still slowly buying Tembusu Grand. The Continuum launch, I think a couple of months back, didn't fare as well. Freehold, right? The plus point about the Continuum is that it's freehold. And then actually the freehold premium is not a lot. In fact, if you are okay to buy freehold, the continuum is only like 10-15% more than the 99-year counterpart that we are launching here. So if you can afford that premium, continuum is a good choice, right? Because you can get freehold and also nearby. And now we have Grand Dunman, but Grand Dunman has one major advantage over the other two competitors, which is the proximity to MRT, because the continuum as well as Tembusu Grand are not really near MRT. They are nearby, but they are like not next door, right? Only Grand Dunman, which we are talking about here today, is really next to an MRT station. Of course, Grand Dunman is also the biggest with just over 1,000 units. So in comparatively, when you compare the three, these are the plus points and negative points between the three. You're going to talk about it, okay? So if you compare to Tembusu Grand and the continuum, right? Land prices, these are the set prices that we're looking at, right? And we expect Grand Dunman to be roughly in the price range of Tembusu Grand, right? Maybe around 2.4 on average, right? Maybe 2.5. Roughly where Tembusu Grand was selling, right? This is where Grand Dunman prices should be as well, because the land price for Grand Dunman and Tembusu Grand is almost the same, right? I think barely $50 difference. So we should expect Tembusu Grand and Grand Dunman to be so roughly the same, which is around 2004 on average. I think that should be what is expected, right? But of course, like I said, if you can afford a bit of premium, right, you should go for the freehold, the continuum there. Okay, but let's skip that. So who are the developers? Basically Singhai Group and CSC Land, both are Singapore developers. They have been in Singapore for many years now. They run a number of projects, I think, including Park Clematis, Pasir Ris 1 was also built by Singhai, I think. Gazania, I think that's one of the more recent projects as well. So they have done a number of projects in Singapore. Both are private companies. I think Singhai used to be listed, but I think no longer listed already. Yeah, they was privatized in January last year, right? But yeah, they are both big names in Singapore. They're not small developer, right? They're definitely mid-size or bigger, right? And have run a number of projects in Singapore before, so don't worry about that. Okay, so project information. Site area quite big, but this one maybe normal people cannot relate. I think the important thing is there are some shops, right? The shops are, later I show you where, it's near the Geylang River, right? 99-year project. This is a government land sale, right? All the blocks are 18-story. Total will have 7 blocks, okay? This one block here with the 6 units is actually the premium block, which they call the grand block, which I'll show you later. So total 1,000 units. So car park are all basement, right? Interestingly, there is no multi-story car park here. So some comments about Tembusu Grand that I heard was that people don't like the multi-story car park. So in Tembusu Grand, so in Grand Dunman, there will be basement car park. So the developer actually gone out of the way to do 3 basement car parks, because most project normally is only 1 or 2, right? This project got 3, so they can do 3. Then they are able to give 1-to-1 car park lot. So you can see 1,009 car park lot. So everybody should be able at minimum to put 1 car park. Now, typically, you know, all these projects which are near MRT station may not have 1-to-1 car park allocation, but this project, I think developers still insist everybody must have 1 car park available, right? They also have a quite high number of EV charging parking lots, I think more than 70, right? Because I know EV cars are very popular in Singapore today. Lots of people are looking to buy one. So EV parking lots, EV charging parking lots are also quite important as well. Okay, so this is roughly the site plan, right? And you will notice this block number 2 is the premium block. So there's only 6 units here, and they have better specifications and finishes as well, right? So this is Dunman Road. So Old Airport Road is basically to the left, top left, and MRT also top left over here. So my opinion, actually, if you ask me, the best units are actually block 18, block 16, because they face south, right? You can see the orientation is also generally to the south as well. Block 18 and 16 are the best blocks because you face south. And interestingly, you can buy the 2-bedder layouts over here, right? Facing south, because they avoid west sun and they can great unblock view. So I think, to me, the best buys are the 2-bedders in block 18, block 16 facing south over here, right? You can see that the so-called the 1-bedders are facing north, because there's a bit of worry about road noise, right? Because this Dunman Road is I think, okay traffic road. I mean, got quite some traffic there. Not a lot, but there's some traffic over here. So I think they stack all the 1-bedders to face Dunman Road over here. Okay, but maximum 18 stories. So the car enter from Dunman Road over here, right? And the car enter from Dunman Road over here. You turn to into this area. There's a drop-off, right, area with the security guard in this area. Later I show you some artist impressions, right? There is a full-fledged tennis court, okay, something a lot of projects are not able to provide today, but this project provide a full-fledged tennis court. Some other project, right, they may give you a half court or very small court, right? But this, which is not a proper tennis court, right? But this project, they give you a full tennis court. They have two clubhouses, which is the pool clubhouse over here and the jewel clubhouse over here. I'll detail that more later. And a very, very big swimming pool in the middle. This swimming pool, I think, is 80 meters long, yeah, 80, right? Most developer maybe give you 50 at best. This one, 80 meters, very, very big swimming pool, and a large kids playground area over here, which I'll show you in some artist impressions later. Now, one thing to take note is that the topography, right? The developer has built everything a little bit higher than the road level. So you can see here +2, right? Means you are 2 meters above road level, right? This road over here, 2 meters above road level. So the idea is to try and make the project look higher than the road level on Dunman Road, right? So you can see even the clubhouse, the entrance here, right, 3.75 meters above, right? Even to the back, where you're walking here is 3 meters, 4 meters higher than road level. So the idea is you have some kind of, you know, look down, commanding presence over the exterior of this project, which I think is something interesting. A lot of projects don't focus about this as much, but this project here, they definitely you can see they're doing some nano works now to raise the area so that you can enjoy this additional height difference over the outside of Grand Dunman, which I think is something very nice. Facilities, as I mentioned, so 2 major clubhouse, the jewel clubhouse over here. So the retail lot, I think there's 5 retail lots over here, which is accessible to public and to residents, but public cannot enter the project through here, right? So there's 5 side gates, I think 4 side gates, sorry. 1 here, which is to the park connector and to the Geylang River, 1 at the back as well, which also to the park connector, and the front here to Dunman Road, and also at the pedestrian for the main entrance here. So car enter here, right, and then they will then drive down into this to the basement through this road. If you see my mouse, right, there's a security guard over here, and then this is where the drop-off is. Okay, so yeah, I'll show you a bit later. But in terms of facilities, right, just to give you a general area, so this general idea. So major clubhouse here with the gym. Is there a gym or some function rooms? I think games room here with the tennis court, right? And of course the facilities are over here, right? And then the main pool area over here with the gym facing into the pool, right? This is they got some jacuzzi here as well. So this is the main in the middle. And take note now, if you see topography just now, right, you actually have to go up, you know. There's like a short steps up into the pool area. So this whole pool area is like a bit elevated as well compared to the units, which I think is nice because sometimes it provides a bit of privacy to all these ground floor unit here, which are so-called facing the pool, right? That they are not so disturbed by the pool area per se. And over here you have the large children's play area, which includes a tree house playground and a tree top walk, right? Later I'll show you some artist impression. So if you ask me, the facilities are generally broken down in this 3 area: tennis court plus jewel clubhouse, swimming pool area plus pool clubhouse with the gym, and then this children's area part over here. Okay, in terms of facilities, where they place them, right? And of course, there's a security area plus a drop-off over here. Okay, so yeah, okay. And if you look at the unit layout, I mean, there's all the facilities here. I mean, they're probably too small for me to show you in detail, right? But if you want later, you can pause it and take a look at the stack numbers and the block numbers for this, right? So swimming pool, yeah, as I mentioned, very big swimming pool. Yeah, this is 80-meter pool, right? I think they can fit, they were saying 7 different lanes if you want to do lap swimming, right? This includes all the jacuzzi and other minor aqua pools that they have in the area. And you'll notice, right, like I said just now, this is the ground floor. Notice that there are some steps to go up, right? They are not directly facing same floor level as your ground floor, which as I mentioned, I think is a nice touch, right? Provides a bit of privacy to this pool facing units, because I've seen many projects with the pool facing unit, right? It's too open already, too unprivate. So too public, right? End up all this ground floor unit, right? They are, you know, no privacy because they're too near the pool and too open to the pool. So I think all these small things where they try and lift the pool up a little bit, right, is a nice thing for all the ground floor and patio units over here, right? So big pool. This is the pool clubhouse where they have the gym on the 3rd floor, I believe, over here. Okay, so you can see, yeah, gym on the 3rd floor, right, facing into the swimming pool, right? And you can see here the treetop walk, which I think is the next one. Yeah, so the treetop walk, it come into the play area. They have a so-called tree house, right? I don't know what kind of tree house it is, but I think it's a design, if I'm not wrong, that we have seen in other projects as well. This tree house area for the kids, treetop walk, right? The playground area over here. Yeah, this is another view, another angle of it, where they have a splash area as well for the kids. I think 1 barbecue pavilion, right? This is from the back angle. You can see the pool and the pool clubhouse there as well. And you can actually see even over here, this is the what they call the drop-off point and security, right? This is from the front of the security, the drop-off and the main entrance for vehicles. Right, this one is the Jewel Clubhouse. So this is Geylang River. Geylang River not bad, huh? As you walk by, it's not dirty or smelly. Okay, it's a quite standard river here. Very large. There's a park connector over here. So there's one access over here and one more access at the back for you to access to this park connector. So this Jewel Clubhouse, I think there's some function rooms, and these 5 lots I think are the retail, which developer are not selling, but it's open for public to browse and enter to buy stuff, right? So this is the other clubhouse, the Jewel Clubhouse, which is facing towards Dunman Road and the Geylang River, right? This is another angle, so they show this is Dunman Road, right? And this is Geylang River. And I like this view, this artist impression, because actually it's fairly accurate in the sense of the blockage, right? Because really at the back here, all is kosong one. There's nothing at the back. Here in front is also quite kosong, quite low floor. I mean, if you've been to this area before, you know what I mean. Actually, there's not many high rise here in this particular plot land, so you do enjoy a lot of great view potential, right, from Grand Dunman, right? Yeah, so I think I talked about this just now, the unit mix, right? So like I said, my preference is actually block 16, 18 facing south, the 2-beders here. So there's all unit types from 1-bedder to 1+ study to 2-bedder to 2+ study. Take note, they even have a 2-room dual key lah, right? If you're interested in that, 2-room dual key typically provide higher rental yield, and also of course there's also the potential of a 1-person stay 1 unit lah. So if you have parents or sister, brother, right, you can put each one stay 1 with a high amount of privacy, right? But typically people buy dual key for rental purposes. They rent out 1 unit, right, and stay in the other one, right? So that's the good thing about dual key. So they have 3-bedroom dual key as well. They have 3-bedroom study, 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom as well. So you take note that this block, right, which is the block number 2, this is the so-called the grand block lah, more luxury. They all have private lift, right, in the grand block, right, and their specs are finisher are nicer, that's why they're called grand. And also actually each of the blocks here, they still have 1 block, the big unit, which also have their own private lift. But this one, grand block, all got private lift. The rest of the blocks, only 1 unit have private lift, which is the biggest unit in that block, right? So I'm going to show you the Showflat layouts, right? So this is the 2-bed plus study, right, which they have a Showflat. This unit actually have facing the south. So I think to me, this is a good buy. 2-bed plus study, nothing too expensive, but face south, good view, no block. I think it's good buy. To me, this is the best buys for Grand Dunman right now. If you look to invest, these are the units that you should try to target, right? They have a study over here with its own aircon, and I think one thing we like about this layout also is typical dumbbell layout, right? Is that the toilet door don't face the kitchen or dining. I think we've seen this in other layouts where sometimes the toilet door for dumbbell the toilet door still face kitchen or dining, which is not so nice, right? So people use come out can see you, right? But this one, the door faces inwards, which I think is something small touches, right, for the layout, which I really like, right? Dumbbell layout here, and then this layout also, I think they provide one thing good about Grand Dunman is that all the units in the balcony there is a water point, and I think electrical point as well. So water point helps you to clean the area. I think sometimes these small things are neglected by other developers in their project, but this one they have water point in the balcony. Okay, yeah, long kitchen. Later I'll show you the specs for the long kitchen. So this is the 2-bedroom plus study, 775 square feet, fairly comfortable layout. Okay, they also has a Showflat for the 3-bed plus study, so foyer over here, right, with a kitchen, and they also the store bomb shelter and WC the toilet at the back for the maid, right? Okay, good decent size. This layout again quite standard, where you have a dining area and 3 bedrooms plus a study over here. This study is actually most people again will wall up and put aircon and do some kind of study room for it, right? So this layout also they have. I think this layout also one thing good, they are available in the block 16 and 18 where you face south, which I think is a great thing if you buy this stack lah. These views are all the best views. If you ask me, people should try to target these views, right? And they also have a 4-bedroom layout. So this one is the luxury fit, right, where they have their own private lift, right? So you come out from private lift, and you can have a wet kitchen. This wet kitchen quite big, yeah. Actually, I was quite surprised. This wet kitchen, to me, this corridor here was much bigger than it should, lah. But but I mean, it's good. I mean, there's no harm to have a wet kitchen of that size, right? And you have a back door here for the service entry, right? And this layout also 4-bedroom here with the junior master also have their own bathroom, which I think is nice. A lot of people are asking for this feature today where the junior master have their own ensuite, right? And more layouts that have junior master built in that inside, because a lot of 4-bedder today may not have junior master with ensuite bathroom. So, but this one have, which I think what most people are going to be enjoying when they look at this layout with the with the built-in with the junior master their own ensuite bath, right? So this layout also available in the Showflat, right? And they also have a 5-bedroom, right? This is basically in the grand one with the nice finishing, right? The dry kitchen here, I thought the marble top they used in the Showflat was very nice. So come take a look, right? So again, private lift, right? Large living dining area with a junior master on one side and then the other 4 bedrooms on the other side. There's a very nice built-in wardrobe done by the developer here. And this one also got their own ensuite bath actually. So that actually in this layout, there's actually 2 junior master, so to speak, because this is the junior master 1. Actually, this one also got ensuite bath. Consider junior master, another junior master as well. So I think a lot of people enjoy this, right? Actually, if you can afford this and you can put one children here, and then the other 2 rooms, right? You should use for other purposes like study or like and other stuff, right? I think this bedroom 4, bedroom 5 are ideal for that purpose. I think the Showflat did a very good job in trying to show certain options, right, for what you can do with other bedrooms here for other purposes. Again, very big wet kitchen, which again I like the idea that they quite give a lot of space in kitchens, right? Because sometimes in a lot of new projects today, the kitchen is the most neglected part of the project, in my opinion, right? But this project, I think they gave quite a good space for kitchen. In fact, the yard area, so some empty area here, which I think can be very useful in houses today where we are so space starved, right? Okay, so in terms of finishes, right, standard collection refer to the 1-bedder, 2-bedder layouts, right, where they give, this is the finishes they give. So you do get a induction for small units, so 1-bedder, 2-bedder or induction hob, right, plus a microwave. All the appliances are by Samsung for electrical 2-in-1 dryer, washer dryer, plus a fridge, right? This is a Frankie for the kitchen steelware, right? And for luxury collection, these are the beginnings 3-bedder and above, right? You get these finishes, but only the 4-bedder and above, they do enjoy a wine chiller, right? But otherwise, 3-bedder and above are all gas hob, right? Bigger fridges as well. And again, washer plus dryer for the bigger units, right? A small unit, they give washer, dryer 2-in-1, but bigger unit, you get washer and dryer, right? Two separate, which is of course better, right? And for the 5-bedder, similarly, you get a very big fridge for the 5-bedder, which includes a freezer as well. Okay, to the grand collection finish. So if you look at the finishes, generally they're all porcelain tiles in the living area, with quartz countertops, and the backsplash are also in tiles, right? For the 5-bedder and the bedrooms of engineered timber. For the 5-bedder, actually these are tiles, right? Which is actually not marble, sorry, it's tiles, but the tiles are very nice, almost marble-like finish, right? Very good quality nowadays. I think the finishes nowadays in tile format also, I see a lot of developers start to migrate to large format tiles because they look very good, right? Almost like marble, right? Feels like marble actually, but and very nice color definitions, right? But this one they give on the countertops as well as the backsplash over here. Then these are the finishes for the toilets, right? Kohler, gassy for the standard and the luxury, right? So these are some photos of the finishes. This is for the grand unit, of course, where you get much nicer. They have a powder room in the 5-bedder, right? So this is the sink for the 5-bedder. In the powder room, right? And for the master, you get a rain shower as well for the bigger units. Okay, these are some photos of the carpentry. So for master bedroom, you get a satin finish wardrobe with a satin finish sliding door, built in all laminate, plywood and laminate, right, with inbuilt lighting. For the other bedrooms, you don't get the satin finish, but they're also quite similar laminate finish plywood wardrobes provided in all the bedrooms, right? Only the master get the satin finish design. Okay, in the 5-bedroom, you do have the walk-in wardrobe, which is also very nice. I think this photo shows it, right? It's available in the show house as well. Okay, so to me, there are a few reasons to buy Grand Dunman, right? Which we finish off today, the 3rd large major project launch this year in the East, right? Number 1, District 15. Number 2 is mega development, so it's a really large project. So I think the good thing about mega development is that you don't have to worry about prices because there's always a healthy number of transactions to keep the prices stable, and you can always find a price that you want because there's enough transactions. So sometimes it's good to buy big project in that sense, right? Grand Dunman is definitely a big project, right? Transportation next to Dakota MRT, very convenient in terms of MRT and how you want access to the city or to the east even. Schools, not bad. Amenities, you have Old Airport Road Food Court. I think this is the #1. Of course, you want to go to Paya Lebar Square, and through MRT, you can go to other different locations in Singapore fairly easily. Convenience, you know, to CBD, to Suntec, right, to Marina Bay, and you have all layout types, so we don't care whether you are single, buy for own stay, or for investment, or big families, you know, you want dual key, or large 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, all these layouts are available in Grand Dunman, a lot of choice, and I think quite sure in the years to come, Grand Dunman will be one of those big projects in Singapore where agents and people are quite familiar with, because it's such in a convenient location where such a wide range of unit types that a lot of people will definitely be there or have visited before in their lifetimes if they stay in Singapore, right? And of course, London Enclave, a lot of great views, right? Unblocked is great. I think in Singapore, this is one of the small things that you can enjoy buying a unit with no unblocks. Okay, so as I mentioned, open the public from 1st of July, which is soon, I think another week from now. Sales Gallery is actually near Paya Lebar MRT, not exactly at the site, a bit further away, but okay lah. I mean, you can drive. If you can drive, it's not very far away. I'm sure your agent can do it for you. And yeah, take a look. There are 4 different show flats there, which are quite interesting. And I think if you're looking to buy in the east and for some reason you didn't like the Musu Grand or the Continuum, right? I think this is a project for you. I think the big plus point, as I said, is you have the MRT access this time compared to the earlier projects that were launched this year. So this one is definitely a choice for people who are coming to the east and looking at options east right now. So for pricing, expect an average of 2004 per square foot. I think it may be higher, maybe lower, depending on stack. But yeah, so around there for this buy. Of course, as we come nearer to the date, we can of course give a better indication of prices once the developer tells us. Okay, so if you enjoyed today's video on Grand Dunman, do like, share, and subscribe. We hope to hear feedback on our videos, right, about projects in Singapore or Malaysia that we talk about. And if you like to get other news about Singapore property, you can scan QR code here to join our mailing list, right? We do share news and information on stories and in Singapore property as well as Malaysia property, and we are also on TikTok and Facebook. If you want us, you can come and join our TikTok or Facebook group and get more information there as well. These are my phone numbers, my Singapore, Malaysia phone numbers, and my email there as well. So thank you very much. I hope you liked today's Grand Dunman project review. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment or text me for follow-up, and I'm sure we will respond to you quickly. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.